Hey there, Reflectors. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to remind you, if you don't know if you're a reflector or what your human design type is, I'll put the information in the description box below, but you go to mybodygraph.com, enter your birth date, time, and location, and then click on the information tab and scroll to find your type, which is one of 5 types. And if you're a reflector, then this is the video for you. We're going to start off today with the rune Degas, which is the rune of breakthrough. Also, I am using my Wildwood Tarot and the Faery Oracle cards to do your reading. So we're going to start off with the Two of Stones challenge. This could be a challenge that you're facing, but I'm curious to hear what you think, because as I pulled the other cards, it sort of started to feel like maybe you feel like you are going through a breakthrough and you are shifting your life dramatically. You are ascending, and maybe you are in the presence, the close proximity, maybe a partner or family member or somebody who it's like you're changing rapidly, and your ascension process has been very rapid, and maybe a person that you care about, you're close to, you're starting to see the gap between you two. Like they're not quite caught up yet. They're not ready for the place that you're at. And you really want to usher them into this new life with you. You want to take them with you. And so you're almost making it your own little challenge to try and take them along. You know, this is a challenge for you as well to go through and walk through this gate, but it sort of feels like you're struggling. We all have this choice, whether we continue on our path or we stay in the lower realms, to stay with those who aren't ready to start raising their consciousness and moving forward in a different way. So it sort of feels like you really want to initiate this other person into a higher form of living and being. This week, what I did was I pulled the 4 of the Wildwood Tarot cards, and then I clarified them with my Faery Oracle cards. So paired with this one is the Guardian of the Gate. That's why I was thinking you're either being challenged yourself to walk through this gate, to make this 180-degree turn, to move into a life that's so different from the way you've been living, or you are trying to get somebody to move through that with you, or to take the cues and the signals to move through that. That, you know, if you can just get through this gate, just trust and go with it, that it's the time where the darkness is behind you, the daylight is breaking. And reminding yourself and whoever this other person is to be in the moment to deal with the situation, and not to focus too much on the future. The next card out is the 3 of Bows. You know, it's funny that it comes right after the Gateway card. There's these 2 bows right here. this person is welcoming someone through this gateway. And see these snakes, the sort of caduceus symbol on the cloak, and this hand welcoming and ushering this person through, inviting them in, inviting you or this other person, or you could be this person inviting this other, partner, friend, child, roommate, etc. And the card clarified with that is the Friends card, which I love this card. It's very sweet. It's very pure. It's acting from our authentic selves, and we feeling, it feels so good to be free in our own skin and to have somebody see us the way we want to be seen. And it's almost like you're seeing their potential. You're seeing who they really are, even if they can't see it themselves. And you're asking them to take that look and to walk through that gate, to embrace that more and more and come out of their shell. Let's see, the next card we have out is the Seven of Stones. I think that this is you, and I think this is this other person. You see they're like in this stone circle. It feels like a sacred place, a sacred ritual, initiating this person. And I don't know if you've ever done any energy work, things like that. It makes me think of Reiki, shamanic healing, those sort of things. And you are bringing them into the circle, bringing them into this new way of being, into this spiritual practice, this new way of life, this connection with nature, with tradition in a healing traditions. You are the healer. You are bringing them in. You are initiating them. The card paired with this is pretty straightforward. This is the Singers of Healing. This means that, as you're stepping into your role as a healer, as a, I guess some people like to use the word light worker. You're stepping into that role of bringing people into this new way of being. And you're not doing it alone. You are supported by spirit and your guides, and there's help all around. We're all surrounded. As those of us who are committed to living in higher consciousness and taking others with us and healing ourselves and each other and the earth, we are surrounded by help, even if we can't see it. So you are taking on this big challenge of helping this person, but you have plenty of backup. You're not going into this mission alone. So if you're feeling like, you need help, they're there for you. And all we can do for others really is, we need to make sure that we are helping ourselves first, to make sure that, our oxygen mask is on first, because, or our well is, full, is replenished, because then we don't have anything to give to others. And we need to remember too that we can show an important thing about the breakthrough, and the idea of the gateway, is that we can hold the gate open for others. We can show others the gate, but we can't push them through it. They have to do it themselves. It has to be free will. They need to take that step themselves. Otherwise, it doesn't really work. I mean, I think you could probably think of a million examples in your life where people really have to experience the lessons in their life. They can't just be told. I mean, especially if we're talking about romantic relationships, maybe someone is in a relationship that, wasn't quite good for them, and maybe it was a bit toxic, and you can point it out all day long, but until they reach that moment of, I've had enough, I can't continue in this way, I need to do something, oh, ding, 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 this is the lesson, and now I am putting that to bed. We won't be revisiting this again. You have to let people arrive at that, and we're all here to learn our own individual lessons, and so we can't learn things for others. They need to learn that themselves. So it feels challenging and frustrating that you just want to have the people you care about be on the same path as you. You want to stay close to them. It is difficult to feel like you will lose someone as you continue to evolve and change and not have them come with you. But all you can do is show them the way, and hopefully they follow, even if it takes a little bit longer than you would like to, or it takes longer than it took you. So keep doing your work, and making sure that you replenish yourself and take care of yourself before you are giving everything to someone else, and remind yourself that you can't push them into this. The next card out is the Page of Vessels, also known as the Otter. The otter is a very sweet creature who is comfortable in the water and out of the water. And comfortable in water. Water is emotions. Water is the flow of things, being in the flow. And we think about the earthly world versus the heavenly realms, the divine. So otter is comfortable in both equally, moves between the worlds fluidly. I believe that this is you. You have this adaptability. You have what you need to go through this breakthrough, to go through the gateway. And the card matched with this is Solace. You are bringing the light. You are downloading information and insights and from spirit, and upgrading your energy field, your vibration. And just by working on yourself too, when we are holding this high vibe energy, we have the ability to, even when we are around lower vibrational beings, we have the chance to help them raise their vibration, help them to raise to meet that level of high vibration instead of you lowering yourself. So you are bringing the light to them and you are showing them the way. You are a living example of what it is to move between those worlds freely and to be able to cross the threshold into this new life and just fully commit and trust that you are held and you are supported and you are helping to show people the way. So I think that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to hear if any of this resonates for you, if this is something you're experiencing in your life right now. And feel free to add any comments in the comments section. I'd love to connect with you. And hopefully I will see you next Thursday. All right, have a great week.